Welcome back. If you would like to support this channel, please like this video. If you enjoy our content and would like to see more, please subscribe. It also helps get the message to those who might not be familiar with the teachings of the Book of Mormon and how they bring us closer to our Savior Jesus Christ. We will now cover the final battle of the Nephites as recorded by Mormon in chapter 6. Mormon begins by telling us about the destruction of his people, the Nephites. They marched forth before the Lamanites. Mormon wrote an epistle to the king of the Lamanites, asking for permission to gather his people unto the land of Cumorah by a hill called Cumorah, where they could give battle. The king granted his request. They marched to Cumorah and pitched their tents around the hill. It was a land of many waters, rivers, and fountains, where they hoped to gain an advantage over the Lamanites. After 384 years, they had gathered all the remainder of their people to Cumorah. Mormon, now old, and knowing this was the last struggle of his people, made a record out of the plates of Nephi and hid all the records in the hill, Cumorah, except for a few, which he gave to his son Moroni. His people, with their wives and children, saw the armies of the Lamanites marching toward them, filled with the awful fear of death. The Lamanites came to battle against them, and every soul was filled with terror because of their great numbers. They fell upon the Nephites with the sword, the bow, the arrow, the axe, and all manner of weapons of war. Mormon's men were hewn down, even his 10,000 who were with him. He was wounded in the midst, but his life was spared. When the Lamanites had passed through and hewn down all his people, except for 24, including his son Moroni, they survived the dead. From the top of the hill Cumorah, they beheld the bodies of the 10,000 led by Mormon. The 10,000 of Gidgid-Dona had fallen, and he also in the midst. Lama had fallen with his 10,000, and Gilgal with his 10,000. Limha had fallen with his 10,000. Janium with his 10,000. Kumen-I-Ha, Moroni-Ha, Antionum, Shiblom, Shem, and Josh had fallen with their 10,000 each. There were 10 more who had fallen by the sword, each with their 10,000. All of Mormon's people had fallen, except for those 24 with him, a few who had escaped to the south, and a few who had deserted to the Lamanites. Their flesh bones and blood lay on the face of the earth, left by those who slew them to molder and return to the earth.